Mgtow Millionaire, no F's given. Welcome back to my little corner of the web. This is Fokker Truman, your host, back with another video. Thank you to my subscribers for tuning in, and I apologize to them because I haven't been posting videos this lately. I've been sick, so we're back to our normal and schedule, so you'll see far more videos during the weeks ahead. And again, apologies. To make up to you, a special story. As I've told you before, most of my teachings and the things I talk about come from my bosses, from my mentor, from the people I work with, some of my family and some of my friends. But as I was idiotic enough to get married at one point in my life, and of course divorced later, there was one particular person in my life to help me through that process of getting over the hump of depression. And he wasn't like every other man that you will meet daily. He's the type of guy that you don't cross, because he's the type of guy that carries a gun and dangles between what's lawful and what's not. Let's just leave it that way. He's been always very good with the ladies. He actually never got married. He does have children. And the day I got separated and I was in the process of getting divorced, he called me up. He's like, "How you doing?" I was like hell. Well, let's meet up. Let's hook up. So he invited me over. I went over to his place. We went out, got some booze, sat down and started talking. You know, the typical guy talk when you're in a bad place after a relationship that you cared about breaks down for all the reasons that every Mgtow man knows. During that time, he made a call. He picked up his phone, made a call. He says, like, "I'm getting my ex to come over here." I'm going, "What? Your ex?" "Yeah." "Your ex doesn't have another man? Isn't she in another relationship?" He goes like, "Yeah." "And she's coming here? The other guy won't say anything?" "I don't know. That doesn't matter. She's coming." I said, "Okay." Of course, in my interior self, I was thinking in my mind, what the heck? How is that possible? Is she much of a tramp? Is she an easy woman? You know what I mean? Well, minutes go by and she arrives. She says hi and everybody's just got more drinks and keep talking. I'm looking at her, of course, and she's dressed to kill. And she's treating him like a great friend, but she's dressed to kill. You know what I mean when I say dressed to kill, all sexy and all that crap. And she treated him like she was his former girlfriend. Very personal, very tight. Not to the point of getting physical, but almost. You know, the typical look in the eye that women gives another man when she likes him. And I'm going like, what the hell is going on? My friend, of course, is noticing all this, and he's having a blast, laughing and playing along and just keeping the charade going. About an hour and a half passes. And she leaves. Says, "We'll meet up later and I'll call your friends." Well, that means her girlfriends, so we can go party somewhere else in about 3 hours. This was about 11 at night, so it was going to be an all-nighter. So she starts leaving and she practically says goodbye, grabs a cab and she leaves. I don't know how a woman that has another relationship, already has children, can go out at 2 o'clock at night without saying anything to her man or anything, but whatever. I turn around after she left and going like, "Boy, what up? What the heck?" And he goes like, "Well, this is the first lesson I wanted to give you so you can get over your pain as fast as possible. Women respect fear." I'm going, "Fear?" He says, "You know what I do, don't you?" "Yeah, I know. My friend is some type of gangster." So my subscribers, keep that in mind. Imagine this guy as a small-town gangster, but a gangster nonetheless. I've known him since my young years, way before he was one. Anyway, he goes like, "Yeah, she fears me. And this is the one thing you know. The greatest form of deterrence, restraint that anyone can place upon themselves is because they fear something. If they are afraid or they are knowledgeable of somebody more powerful or fearful or anything, they'll behave automatically out of self-preservation. And I'm going like, okay, please expand. So you're telling me she fears you in today, so if you call her, she will come and anything? Yeah, but more of other things. And I'm going, other things? What other things? She's like, for example, she doesn't ask for a penny. She doesn't come here for money. I give her what I want, when I want, and how I want. There is no need to go over paperwork or stuff like that. So I'm going like, have you ever hit her? Have you ever done anything bad to her, something like that? No, I haven't had the need to do so. One word is enough. Total authority. There's no need to do anything else. But she still comes. And you're talking about fear. She fears you, but she comes. Even though she is no longer your partner, but she was. Of course, I didn't ask why did they get separated and stuff like that. I didn't touch the subject. He goes like, my friend, listen up. She fears me, but she's attracted by it. Women subconsciously are emotional creatures. They are risk takers in some form or another. They like the thrill, the emotion, the danger. In their minds, of course, creates the excitement that creates. So she will always be attracted to me no matter what happens. Since I wasn't ever physically bad to her, but she knows how far I can go. And as you understand, there is no lawyer and no paper that can save you from a bullet. That was a harsh word. I was extremely surprised. And then we went out partying. I didn't touch the subject. I just was a little bit like, what? Surprised. Days went by, and we met again because he was trying to help me, and he would call me and see, and sorry about the wording. And since he was a hard man to deal with, he also was a man that you didn't say no just because to say no. So if he called you to go out, you did, just to play it safe, to be on his good side. It's always good to be on good terms with everybody if possible. So we went out again. He says, how are you doing? A little bit better. Yeah, the party. You like the party? You want to party again? No, no, mind. And that's enough, because we went out with girls and everything. But that's good enough, just to get some steam off the body of my mind, just to let go. But I'm getting better slowly and everything. You remember what I told you? Yeah, about fear. Yes, fear is because you're afraid of something, and that generates some sort of respect. So that's why a woman will never do anything to me. But regardless of that, I'm always surrounded by them. They like power, they like status. But if they fear you, they'll never betray you or do anything crazy, because they know you have more power than they do. That's why people like me don't have to worry about divorces at all. It doesn't matter. See, there is no lawyer that can save them from people like me. So they know their place. You suffer what society has caused upon you. You suffer because the laws screw you over, because you don't step on the law. And that's fine. It is a better way to live. But it should show you that women will adjust to whatever situation. And the funny thing is, like, yes, you can consider me slightly dangerous, to put it mildly, he said. But still, women came to him, and hot women, like crazy hot women, just threw themselves at him because he had power, he had status, and he wasn't someone to be trifled with. You couldn't whine to him because things weren't going your way. You couldn't start shouting or screaming or behaving out of tune or out of line with him at any point, because it will be bad for you in one way or another. Maybe he will not hit you, meaning a girl or a woman, but he will make you pay, and there was nothing you can do about it. You had to be more powerful than him to do so, but he wouldn't ever get together with a more powerful woman unless there was some monetary or some financial or some power trip gain for him to have. And he and I went out a couple more times, and I saw him with different women, and all of them just threw themselves at him, and they did exactly what he wanted, the way he wanted. There was no, darling, can we do this or can we do that? He dictated the rules of engagement. There was no option. Everything was an absolute and positive dictatorship. And the funny thing of watching all these hot women around, even in sex, every single one of them was happy. They were smiling, they were having fun, they were spending his money too, but they liked it. They love to be submissive. They love to be put down. They smile. You can say that that's not the norm and not the typical thing that happens. That's not what most women want. But I've known him for many years. I've seen him with dozens and dozens and dozens of girls throughout this time. And for the most part, they all just submitted. Most women just submit. Out of sheer numbers, I'll tell you that 80% of the women he's ever been with, and I've seen pretty smart ones, or at least, as you can say, book smart in the social environment that we know as the Western society. Lawyers, doctors, police officers, every walk of life, every type of profession, hookers, etc. Of all types, and they all submitted to him. It's kind of like women are looking to be submissive, but they also like to rebel. But they know that again, that a type of man like my friend is or was, you can't rebel against them. And they stood by him. It's like if he called any of the serious relationships he had throughout these years, if he called any of them, they'll come, even if they're with another man. But we'll talk about that in the next video. It's just that, as I said before, 0 F's given. He didn't care about what they thought, and they still follow along. Thank you to all my subscribers, and apologies for not putting any videos lately. This is Fucker Truman signing off.